Good morning. This is Reverend Pam Geagan from the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California. And thank you for joining me today for our meditation on Rumi. And today's meditation concentrates on gazing raptly. But before we even begin, we're going to go in and relax. Just relax our minds and our bodies. Go deep within the soul, and then I'll tell you more about gazing raptly. So wherever you are in your chair, wherever you are, your chair, your bed, standing up, whatever you're doing, even if you're doing yoga right now, just kind of relax your body. Feel that energy from the top of your crown chakra coming all the way down, 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 down to the third eye. Relaxing the jaw, coming down to the throat. Just breathing naturally, breathing easily. And then have that energy go around the back of our necks, our shoulders. And just dropping the shoulders and the head, stretching, rolling your shoulders back and then dropping them. Taking all of the tension out of them. And again, we're so much on our computers today, many of us are. Lowering the neck and the head and the shoulders. Wrapping around to the front. And going back down the arms, the upper arms, the lower arms, the elbows, the wrists, the hands, and the energy coming right out those energy wands as we direct our mind, our thoughts, our energies into the wisdom of Rumi today. The spiritual practices of Rumi that made him who he was, that developed and revealed who he was in his wonderful poetic works. And so now that energy going down the back, vertebrae by vertebrae, wrapping around the chest, opening the chest, the heart chakra, where the beautiful lotus sits. And then going down, down, down into the solar plexus, opening those up and relaxing in the stomach. Let's just take a big breath out to begin with. Go. Opening our chest cavity. And then taking that big breath in through the nose. As deep as you can go, filling the whole body. And then letting go through the mouth. And then just relaxing vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Deep, deep, deep within. And then feel that energy continue to fill the body. Going all the way down to the sacral chakra beneath the belly button. Wrapping around vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, down the spine, breathing into all of those vertebrae, the spaces between, stretching them. Move your body to how it feels the best and most relaxed. And if there's any part of the body that you feel needs special attention, take those energy wands, direct it, and then direct them into that. Put your hands lightly on that area and see it relaxing in and revealing its wholeness, wherever that is. You can feel the energy as the God energy is now being directed, the energy that surrounds us from the left to the right, to the top, to the bottom, to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, surrounding us, filling us with each breath. As we just relax our breathing in and feel that energy going down now to the root chakra, down the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, and down, down, down the feet, all the way down to the middle ground, the middle earth. And again, we are so grateful for being in this third dimensional experience where we are learning, revealing, and opening the heart of emotion to the soul, opening to love. And I allow that energy to flow through me right here and right now, bringing to me the highest and best as it goes down to that middle earth, that energy connecting. Can wrap that wonderful golden light around a tree trunk or have someone holding it or just see it wafting there. But in that third dimensional experience, we are experiencing all of the bodily sensations because that is why we've chosen to be here. It is the fast track from my understanding, from everything I've ever read and from the heaven world directly, that it's the fast track to going back to that one point, the Alpha and the Omega, where no time, space exists, in complete ecstasy in the nirvana, with the oneness exists. So now breathe that energy in with from the bottom of the feet all the way up to the top, top, top with God is. Use any deity you want, Buddha, Jesus Christ, Krishna, Ba'ula, the angels of light, Elohim, Eloah, Moses, whatever it is that makes you feel more connected to the one, the one, the one, expressing perfectly within you and all humanity. We breathe that in. And we invite the presence of that light within us during this meditation. And then we breathe out. And as we breathe in and out, and I begin to tell you more about Rumi and gazing raptly. Just relax in, hearing my voice. I'll be telling you about what it means to be gazing raptly. And I'll set the tone by sharing a poem, giving you some information, and then ending with poems and affirmations inspired by Rumi. So this is one of the poems. Gaze into the face, the one who's a reflection of the great face. How incredibly beautiful. The sun just burst from his forehead. And just focus in on that oneness. So this week, in these few meditations, I focused on Rumi's spiritual disciplines, eating lightly, fasting, breathing deeply, moving freely. And today it's about connecting to others, meeting your spiritual friends on the deepest level by gazing raptly, being totally focused into another's eyes. The eyes, the window of the soul. of the 4 practices I just mentioned, what really promotes Rumi and stands out in his poetry the most is mentioned so often and passionately, and it is the practice of the simple action of sitting down across from a dear friend or even someone you feel comfortable with who is becoming your friend, looking into each other's eyes, holding each other's gaze, and surrendering to the radical alteration to body and self that naturally occurs inside. And for centuries, Sufis, along with all of us that know about Rumi, have revered the relationship between Rumi and his teacher, Shams of Tabriz. And even for Rumi scholars, it's remained a mystery, a divine mystery, to be marveled at. Their relationship, however, never fully understood. And the story is that Rumi was like an Orthodox Muslim in the Sufi tradition, and he met Shams. And they went behind closed doors, and no one knows exactly how long they were in their secret retreat room. Some say 2 weeks, some say months. But when Rumi walked out of that retreat room, there was a complete transformation from Rumi the man into the inspired Rumi. So many of us wonder what kind of interactions must have transpired between Rumi and Shams to have sparked the intoxicated state of ecstasy. Others believe they know the answer, and it cannot be missed. It's everywhere in Rumi's poetry. It is about melting into the gaze of a friend. And it has been Rumi's greatest legacy and gifts for all who have ever felt the pull of the ecstatic and wants to go to that next great step, opening up to it and giving birth to it. But according to all, to understand what happened to Shams and Rumi one-on-one, the greatest way you can experience it is with a friend. Through a friend and with a friend, staring at one another, gazing raptly at one another into the soles of the eye. Creates that ecstatic dissolving into the shared consciousness of union. And to do that most effectively, according to the poems, is seek a friend that you can feel comfortable with doing this, or even a stranger, to practice this gazing raptly exercise and share it with. The romantic part of us knows something happens to two people when they come together, looking into each other's eyes, holding the gaze, surrendering to the love, the remembrance of who they are and their lives. Through that gaze, you almost immediately begin to feel the sensations of the body and the soul awaken from a long slumber. And the more you stare at their eyes may become fuzzy as the hard edges soften and the shape of your friend's face shifts closer, ever closer. And in that closeness, you feel your consciousness, the oneness in the spiritual connection and the co-mingling of the dance of the soul. In this practice of gazing raptly, eventually you'll arrive at a place with such closeness and intimacy that you feel at one with your friend, with the soul of the world, and that your soul has merged with their soul. And there are no differences between where it begins and where it ends. The two souls coming together. This play of two ordinarily separate souls relaxing into a condition that is separate no longer is for Rumi what real friendship is all about. But who has time for this, you may ask? And how long does it take to gaze into someone's eyes, to connect you with someone on that deepest soul level? Virtually, everyone can get a taste of where this gaze is leading to in just a few minutes. And the effect of the gaze, the mutual gaze, is usually felt immediately, and it takes your breath away and brings you into the inner depths of the soul. So who can you look to see? Who takes the time to create the time, or who has the time to create this gaze? Babies do, their parents do, lovers do, animals do. And ecstatic, connected friends do. So open your heart, your mind. Think of a friend that you would feel comfortable, who wants to risk being themselves with you. And practice gazing deeply. And then keep note of how you feel. Rumi also gives us a warning that if you just gaze with this one person that feels right with you, you will deepen the journey with this person more than anyone before. So be aware, the practice is highly addictive to both body and soul. And so the basic instructions for gazing are simple. Sit or lie comfortably with a friend. Breathing gently, relaxing in, looking at each other right into the eyes that are looking back at you. And just relax in that safety. And you feel it almost immediately, the shift that starts occurring in your awareness of the body and self. You come into acceptance of the unraveling of the emotion and the walls built, and the memory of oneness begins to spread, that divine appointment to you in waves. And the more you relax into the gaze, the more you're able to accept whatever comes to you, the strong sensations, perceptions, and emotions become more fluid, like a river with their current running through you and the experience. And the more you connect with that organic current of the love and surrender and the oneness, that simple surrender leads you on a journey beyond the self, and the current of the river takes you here and there. And I mention this because sometimes, like a river in all of life, it is placid and beautiful. Other times there are rapids that appear out of nowhere. And we can't control the river. The river does what it wants to do. The only way you can find out what's at the river's end is to jump in yourself, surrender to its current, and trust its wisdom. And if there is no special friend right now, and especially during this COVID time, prepare yourself, because they're on their way. And prepare yourself for that divine meeting with lightly eating, exploring the movement of the body, the depth and power of the breath, knowing that the same energetic beingness is preparing themselves as well to be with you. And be open to that magnetic attraction, bringing them forth. For all around the corner lie many new soul sisters and brothers. And when you meet, it is beyond the namaste. It is the surrendering to your friend's gaze and opening up to the oneness of the allness, of the nothingness, to the love, to the current now surging through the body, mind, and soul, connecting you with all of the right lovers, loves, family, friends, to enforce the ecstasy, the divineness, the oneness, and the divine perfection of the reflection of who you are, Spirit Divine. So I'm going to close with some poems and then some affirmations, some Rumi poems. And the poems are for you to be inspired to seek out and discover for yourself the extraordinary union of that reflection in another's eyes and what it's all about. So just breathe in this information right now for just a moment. Just breathing naturally, absorbing. My heart got caught in his drunken eyes. Now I'm drunk and out of my mind. When you turn your face away, the water in the canal stops flowing. How can particles appear if the sun doesn't shine on them? Look into my eyes. Get inside my eyes. I've chosen to live in a different mansion. Exists behind my eyes. My eyes are a jar of wine. My eyelashes are the wine filter. Your face is my faith. Your gaze is my religion. Trust love. Love is a face and eyes turned this way, gazing at you. Just face, just vision. What is this light that comes out of your eyes and off of your face? I wish I didn't have to do anything else in this world but gaze at your face. Souls and eyes went on a journey together. They finally arrived at a place so bright that they pulled in their reins and never again had to wonder if the time of union was ever going to come. So I close with an affirmation. I am open and receptive to practicing gazing raptly into the face of God facing me through a friendship deepening beyond the face in front of me. And bringing me into that oneness and I am never again wondering. Coming. It is already existing within me, through me, as me. And I give great thanks for that. And as you come back, into the room, into the oneness, opening your eyes in this gazing raptly moment, I would just like to share that I'll be on tonight on our spiritual uplift. Please join me at 7 p.m. at Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley. And also tomorrow, I'm going to end with Rumi again, and it's about the poems of Divan, Shams. This is Rumi's teacher, and it showcases Rumi's transformational experience with the works of Shams. And the poems written by Rumi are written in Rumi's unique trance-like poetic style. They were written in the aftermath of the disappearance of Rumi's beloved spiritual teacher, Shams, and they're dedicated to him. I'll just be sharing a few of the greatest poems for me that resonate with me, that explore deep philosophical themes, particularly those of love and longing. So as I say goodbye, I say namaste, peace out. I love each and every one of you. Mwah! See you on the flip side tomorrow. Have a blessed day. And so it is. See you tonight.